All right, Zach. It's Pat and Chris, and we wanted to talk a little bit about this interface down here that Chris has been trying to communicate with you. And here's our heating element, and it comes through, and these are little aluminum plugs, and we're trying to figure out how to pick up all this stuff down here at the end with the battery, and
and the flex circuit.
And the flex circuit. So here's kind of our older flex circuit. You guys need to come in here and pick up on this thing. So this is kind of where this is a screw coming through to hold this little circuit board. The flat on the bottom keys it. And I'm going to turn on the ceramic part of this. So we are looking for the...
This would be the surrounding vaporization chamber that encloses those pins and the coil.
Right, so let me see if I can find this. Where are we? Flex circuit, not that one. Heating element, here we go. Z board. Okay. We're going to go down and turn that on. Okay, so there's the Z board coming in right there. That's got our, it's no longer a Z board, but our ceramic heating chambers right here. And then this goes through those holes, and so the way that we want to do it is we want to key it so everybody lines up, and we're going to pick up the hot off the battery here. So the hot leg of the battery is going to be right there. Let's see if we can turn on this battery here. There we go. So there's the battery, and so that's going to come in and contact that. We're going to be able to send the hot leg all the way back down to this end, and then so this is kind of where we're going. We're trying to figure out how all this interfaces here.
The challenge is going to be to incorporate a portion of the flex circuit traces or pathing layouts so that we can create that point of attachment at the top. Now the screw to trap that flex board to the atomizer is one method that we talked about. Another method that we could potentially use would be to trap that top portion of the flex between the battery and the top atomizer, simply by basically screwing those two things together with a friction connection. And that's why we've got that pin and the ring present on the bottom of that board.
So this dimension, I think Chris is providing you in a drawing. I can't remember what the dimension is, but from center to center is where we want to pick up the hot and the cold, the switched cold and the switched hot, switched cold. So anyhow, this is kind of where we're going, and we just wanted to share that with you.
As a quick note too, Pat, if you'll rotate around to the bottom, we'll be presented with a similar issue down at the bottom part of the flex circuit, where we're going to have that portion of the circuit meet up with the bumper and spring, which is intended to push the battery up into the chassis.
Well, Chris, I thought that this was all going inside between the battery and the inner chassis.
Yes, that's correct. I'm talking about the way that the lower part of the board set of the flex is going to meet up with the negative terminal of the battery. That requires a point of attachment, just like the one that we have at the top. Only in this case, we weren't necessarily envisioning a screw. We were envisioning a set of header pins that would...
I thought we were going to do a rivet right here on this.
We could do a rivet would be another one.
Yeah, that's the way Andy wanted to do the rivet there.
The rivet, from my understanding with Andy, would be intended to actually attach that spring to a PCB wafer or spacer. That spacer has to have a point of attachment to the flex circuit. Now, we can accomplish that through a set of headers, but either way, we've got to have the layout and design that Zach's performing have accommodations for those pickup points at either end of the circuit so that they can interface on the top end with the atomizer and interface on the positive terminal of the battery, and on the lower board set so that they can interface with the battery spring that's at the bottom and with the the other electronics that are situated down there.
Okay. All right. Why don't we send
Think-
this over
Yeah,
to
I
him?
think that covers it. Let's shoot that along to Zach along with the supporting docs.
Okay. All right. So Shift F2.